If you've watched my last video about Goat Simulator, you understand that I wanted to showcase what games are missing in terms of simplicity and just playing games for enjoyment and not for a competitive edge. But since then, I've been disgusted as Star Wars Battlefront came out the remaster and it was awful. It was trash. The game was unplayable, along with other games that have just been absolutely disappointing, and that made me question. It made me sit there and think, how hard is it to develop a game? How hard is it to come out with an absolute 10/10 banger? Well, today, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna show these gaming companies. So EA, Epic, 2K, whoever's watching this, watch and learn, baby. Because with the power of Game Dev Tycoon, I'm gonna show you how easy it is. Boom, here we are. Welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. In this business simulation, you have been transported back in time to start your very own game development company, right at the beginning of the PC revolution. Before you start your venture, you have to give your up-and-coming company a name. EA Sports Extracting Arseholes. That's what we've gone with, and we're going to call ourselves, we go for Andrew Wilson, who is the CEO. We're back in the swinging 80s, so we're going to go for a lovely ginger man with a green top, because it's St. Patrick's Day when I'm recording this. Right, here we are, our first studio. We're going to develop our first game. We're going to pick the topic. We're going to do a comedy game. And it's going to be a simulation comedy game for the PC. And it's going to be called Star Wars Battlefront Remaster. Even though it's the start of all games. A banger from EA. We're going to smash this. Okay, reviews. Here we are. We're going to do it. Oh. Okay, right, okay. This hasn't. Extracting Arseholes, a newcomer in the game industry, has just released their first game, Star Wars Battlefront Remaster. The game had moderate response from reviewers. We are curious what Extracting Arseholes will deliver in the future. So that wasn't a great start, but we sold 1,000 copies in the first week. We're gonna try again. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Star Wars, just like EA would. Star Wars Battlefront lightsaber DLC. So just for the first 1,000 people that bought that game, we're going to release the DLC for it, and we'll make it an adventure. So you get the game, right? You've got the box, you put it in. It's absolute crap. It's a comedy game about Star Wars, okay? Then, boom, all of a sudden, Extracting Arseholes comes out the next day. Okay, here's the DLC, but it's an alternative history adventure within the Star Wars Battlefront Remaster for you to go get the alternative history lightsaber. We're going big here, but we're going to go text-based this time. It's a text-based journey for this lightsaber. We sold 3K already on our first game. That's crazy numbers. Yes, new records across the board. The DLC's really going to sort out the game. Okay, that's good. 6. It's not too bad. Okay, it's mid, but that's good enough. It is EA. We're living up to it. Yes! The Star Wars Battlefront lightsaber DLC was so successful, we now have 11 fans. Come on. It's so easy making these games. Now, we're going to complete the trifecta. This is surely going to make us millions and millions and millions. We're going to do Star Wars Battlefront Baby Yoda charm for your gun. And this game is going to be the game. We'll make it martial arts. Right, you got to go in, you got to kick some like stones and stuff with your Jedi. We're going to make this one for the G64. So if you want to get Baby Yoda charm for your gun, you need to have the G64 version. And then you've got to transport your file over to the PC. See, that's smart from EA. Because if you've got the guy that wants to, have everything in the game, he's got to go buy another whole system, then get the charm from this DLC. So he's got to buy 2 versions of Star Wars Battlefront with the remaster. Then he can only get the charm from Breaking the Rocks with the lightsaber DLC we did to then bring that over to his PC version. So not only are we making a guy buy 1 copy of Star Wars Battlefront, we're making him buy the DLC as well, but then the charm comes out and he wants to put, the little Baby Yoda charm on his lightsaber, on his Luke Skywalker running around the map. So then he's got to go get a G64. Then with the G64, he's got to go buy Star Wars Battlefront, so then he can add the DLC. Then he's got to buy the charm DLC on that, so then he can break the rocks on that, then bring it back over. Money. It doesn't matter what the game's going to be. Everyone's going to want this Baby Yoda charm. Put it all to the max. Who cares? It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be perfect. Right, that didn't go to plan. We've just got confirmation that Extracting Arseholes, which has been in financial trouble lately, has gone bankrupt. It appears that Electric Mass Productions, a behemoth in the game industry, has purchased the remains of the company. No way. So I sit here, I try rip EA, do what EA do when it comes to DLC and taking the absolute out of like players and gamers, and then we get bought out by Electric Mass Productions, which is Electric Arts Studios, in the game. And the cycle continues. Great games like Star Wars Battlefront, boom, EA comes in, ruined. Great games like Plants vs Zombies, in comes EA, boom, ruined. I've had enough of trying to see and trying to be and show EA how it should be done. So we're gonna go again, and we're gonna do it epically, and we're gonna make the best games. We're gonna call ourselves Wholesome Studios. Player, Gamer God, he's Ginger, he's back. He's gonna do it. We start again. Boom. We develop game. We got a dungeon. We got a filthy, dirty dungeon RPG called Dirty Game, Dirty Caves, and people. Dirty people doing dirty things in the cave. Max graphics that we could do. 2D graphics V1. Now, comes to planning. We need good stories and quests. Semi-decent gameplay and a semi-decent engine. But it's all about the stories and quests as we build a beautiful game around a beautiful adventure in dirty caves and people. Falls a bit short. Has its moments. Have seen better. Quirky but good. We're already improved on EA. We've only just started to cook. We've already outsold Star Wars Battlefront the remaster in the first week. We're 35 in the charts, goddammit. We're going crazy. We're going mental. We're going to develop a new game again. It's going to be a fantasy game. What type of fantasy game do I hear you ask? It's going to be a fantasy adventure game is what it's going to be. It's going to be for the PC because that's where all the true G's play their games. And it's going to be called New Character, Big Elf, Fight for Andorra. Yes, that is a country in Europe, but we're going to go with it. Game 2, Big Elf Fight for Andorra. It's ready. We've got a new record on design. We could release the game. A 6. A 5. Could have been better. 6 again. Quirky but good. We're still getting there. We're still testing the waters that the gaming world has to offer to us. We're going to do some research. We're going to get a new topic in. We're going to study life. We're going to get that life genre in there. We're going to develop a new game. Pick topic, our new one. Life. It's going to be a simulation. And we're going to call it not The Sims. We're going to call it The Sims. We got game number 3. It's basically The Sims, but we're calling it The Sims. Big engine. Decent gameplay. No stories and quests. Simulation about life. We've got the hard-hitting facts in this game. You go to school, you get educated, you make your parents happy. You go, you work a job 9 to 5. You meet a woman, she leaves you. She takes the kids in the house, but you end up happy in the end because you can play great games like The Sims. We're displaying life here. Life. We're growing. We've got an 8. We're getting better. I can smell it. It's a 9, baby. It's outstanding. An 8 is very good. And then finally, top it up with another 9. It's near perfect. We're making it out of the hood with this one, son. We making it out the hood with this one, son. Making the best game. Wholesome Studios, we number 1. No messing, we slay them in the stuff from touching Andrew Wilson. That shit not get. We're gonna create custom game engine. We're gonna upgrade the graphics. We're gonna add a linear story. We're gonna have a save game. We're gonna call it not just Game Engine 1. It's the engine. The engine is now complete. Because the people who run EA, that work there and put out this trash, need surgery. Andrew Wilson, you need surgery. And that's why we're gonna make our surgeon simulator game that is called You Need Help. With our new 2D graphics V2. You ain't ready for this. Boom, baby, let's go! Let's go! 10! 10! Not 9! Fuck you! Fuck you! So just to summarize, that's what it takes, EA. Some care, some time, and for you to like and subscribe to this channel. All the best!